Kosko, Banang, Twaku with them, Twaku with them, Twaku with them, Benaka Kosko, Banang, Twaku with them, Twaku with them, Twaku with them, Benaka Kosko, Banang, Twaku with them, Twaku with them, Twaku with them, Benaka Kosko, Kalimula,
DOA, Paul Mwanda, DJ Berry, MC Africa.
Abramz right there with Twaku Gudemu, playing for you right here on 95.9 Touch FM. TFM Hip Hop Show with me, So Severe, at about 23 minutes to the hour of 8 p.m. Pretty much to the close of the show. In the house with me, I got the main man Babaluku.
You already know.
You said you want to react to this track, though.
Oh, man, that track is cheese, man. And I hope that dude has some balls. So, next time, you want to write about somebody, you ain't trying to be scriptic and whatnot, have a decency to dedicate the jam to them. And, if it ain't that, you know what I'm saying? The other thing I'm going to school them on is, like, have a decent flow and you're not acting like you're friggin' a baby.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man, I'm not even dissing. I'm showing love here, you know what I mean? Because, sometimes it's going to be like, I'm covering your hood and start punching you out. But it's not even about that. I'm too grown for that stuff. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? MCs that don't challenge me on a mic, I don't even bother responding or nothing, man. I do it, like, straight up. I'll eat this dude up in a freestyle in 2 seconds and have his own crew. You know what I mean? So for me, my thing is like, yo, if you claim you got skills, give me heat and I'll give you hit back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's not a hit. That's baby track. So we're living for babies to reply to that. Mm-hmm. You know, as a matter of fact, I actually schooled him like 7-8 years ago. And it took him 8 years to be able to decently muscle some balls to, get a bubble. You know what I mean? Get out of me straight, bro. And when you see me, say what's up, because I'm still peaceful. You know what I mean? Building. I told you, you gotta get used to shaking his hand. You know what I mean? I'm going to be around for a minute. And, God still got me here. So, for me, I encourage young people to know one thing. If you're going to go at somebody, have, leave some extra, space for yourself to breathe. Uh-huh. Because I think that you can't release a track that's struggling and say you're dissing somebody. And then dedicate it to someone like Philly Retire, who definitely was, he tried rapping, but it was not in the hip-hop, mm-hmm. classification. Mm-hmm. And so that whole thing is like immature, MCs, of course, on the build of like, yo, if you're going to break dance when you come to MCs, holla Babaluku, especially with a Lugaflow joint, bro. Like, yeah, on the real, get at me. You know what I do.
The look you got on your face, like are you ready? Like you ready to go?
Listen, man, I come from a home of lions and spit.
Uh-huh.
This dude that's not even in the same class. Like you can play my album and play that album, and it's still like the only thing that saves them is beats. That's that. And I could actually, you know what? You want a better challenge? I'll give you all my beats and give me all your beats, and let's create a new album and give it out to the kids for free. So and I'll buy all your beats for you kids something.
So Babaluku, let me get it straight. Are you calling out Abramz?
I'm not calling him out. Dude is chicken, but I'm letting him know. Like, yo, if you really want to test skill, get at me.
So so that's
it. Like I could go. Listen, I even need a squad. I could go him and 5 of his boys and say 1-on-1. Seriously, like do not test gods of these things. You know what I mean? We've been here. We done did it. We left it alone, but we still keep our courage and you know how it is. If it's vintage, it's classic always, right?
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? So.
Okay. All right, but
yo, you know what? I'm actually I like to say that. UG has been sometimes trying to wonder, what happened to hip hop. Uh-huh. This guy sure exactly what happened to hip hop. 7 years later, and this is when you're choosing to actually release a track that makes you feel a bit confident to make a comeback. You don't write on Babaluku's name, you know what I mean? I done my thing. I done got out of it. I'm still doing what I do. And still I'm not one of them charity joints. I do good work with good people. I stand on my feet. And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Relevantly. Be bold enough when you make a diss track.
Okay. To
call someone's name and say, I dedicate this to you. And deliver it as a beautiful package. But when you're camouflaging for your fans now to really understand how weak you are, and you're Twaku Gudu. Who? You and your crew. Yo, that's a classic piece right there you just got from me, though. Because this is the first time I actually react to that. So, when I heard the jam, they actually have another little snippet where they grab my voice, and they added it in there. I don't know if you got that yet, but kids bring the stuff around me because I'm not here to know what people. But that shows us there's little mouse traps. You know what I mean? They're waiting always to bite a Babaluku, but try biting again because you got to bite the right part. You know what I mean? And the right part means you got to put in work to get some skill.
Yo.
You know what I mean? To really know how it feel and how it tests. But straight spit right back at you. Like 8 years old, and you still can't even deliver full freaking bars that are solid. I can't deal with that, man. I don't mess with that, childish stuff. So we leave it alone.
Oh, well, let's
let that sit. Yo, it goes back to you and your camp. Sylvester and Abramz, just still the wackest MCs I know. I say that. Ask me when you see me why. I got relevant.
Okay. It just got heated up.
And I'm the only rapper in Kampala that doesn't need to befriend a bunch of dudes to freaking carry their purse around like, I really got to be your friend to be on. You know what I mean? My people know what we do. You know what I mean? People, let the street relevant. You don't go out there try to attack people when your street cred is a little bit limited.
It's going to be a hot week.
Let them know, if you're hip-hop and you're listening, tell the dude a Bubba's challenging you to a freestyle freaking face-off. And let's see you and your people freestyle deadly. And I'll give like 2 little childs to get out you first before I even get in the ring. How about that?
All right.
Hold up, I get like little boys to battle those suckers. Like, what?
Nah, Baba, we ain't got too much time.
We're taking our time. We came to have fun.
We haven't got too much time.
That's what happens when you send little, subliminal messages and you're not clear.
Though, that's a question I've been meaning to ask, or at least a bunch of, there's word that's been going around.
Yeah.
Here and there. And this is the first opportunity I'm getting to ask you this.
Yeah.
And what's up with the blast from Chimey MC?
Oh yeah. Yo.
Hold up. That's good. And I heard there was an FB post by
another white chick.
Yeah, Christine Michelle,
so,
claiming abuse, and then pretty much I guess why I guess come and call you out as manipulative and
thank you very much. So like 10 years of manipulation breeds a beautiful journey of hip hop adventures and people growing and being transformed and lives changing. You understand me? I said streets is nice. Because that's where the raw gets tested. You know what I'm saying? We put in work. We don't belly on other people's shoulders. And then when we fail, we tend to want to blame them for our own failures. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a warrior, you actually fight on battle. That's why you see zero response for the man himself, because work does respond. You understand me? That little freaking youngin' like Chimey to get at me. You know what I mean? Come on, you got in the game 3 years ago. You got a white chick giving you and writing the narrative for you. To come at the dude is like, yo, say it yourself. As a matter of fact, I've housed you for free. You know what I'm saying? So this little boys try to like hop around opportunities and think by befriending people who want to bash other people. They could, climb up in the industry. The industry is dead. What are you climbing in? You know what I'm saying? So I understand your level, your value, your status. And I'm encouraging all the other young people who are out there listening. You always respect those people who came before you because they know a bit much more. You might be in a different era, but they know a bitch much more discipline on how to actually approach. That's why they're still relevant today. You know what I'm saying? We're talking 13 years later doing this thing. You understand me? That doesn't mean that because you came 2 years ago, you're actually going to be like, oh, I hate that dude, but he's helping me. He's put me on. I gave you my first CD that inspired you. I showed you how to get into what you're going to do. I mean, it's not the first time it happened. It happened with the Sinos, the Bunnies, and all of them. You know what I'm saying? If you knew that era, it was one of the most fiery era because it was the first time that indigenous MCs were actually going toe-to-toe with the, the English rappers. You know what I'm saying? I had like, a Navio and a crew and a camp also, trying to feel like, why are this guys trying to, really beef up? But all of those times were putting in a lot of work to show people that you guys who rap in your own native languages have the same audacity to actually hang, with the big dogs. So when you show young people those kind of moves and then they want to get bigger than you in 2 seconds or think that they could get paid off or get changed by promises that, white people give them sometimes. And excuse me to say the word white, but, in Uganda there's that colonial complex that bites all of these kids that come through NGOs and charities, you know what I'm saying? That they can't deal with themselves. But, Bubba's been here. We're still relevant. I don't need no defense. Check the resume, check the work. If you want to get me at a personal note, you could get me on my personal note. But little clowns like, you know, I'm even like, you asking me that question, you know what I mean? It's like, I can't even say his name again because he can't look me in the face and say what he wrote or what he said, because it never happened, first and foremost. And if you want to really relevant it, ask the people he moves with. They'll tell you what they say.
Oh.
How come none of his boys are responding on the same joint supporting him?
Okay. It's pretty heated, man.
It's not heated. It's nothing. I actually diffused it the first time it came out. It diffused it. You know what I mean? Ain't no fame. And we ain't giving no Lil Chomps fame. You know, so take this moment of fame because the radio presenter asked me about what you wrote on Facebook. If this is how you thought you're going to get famous, hopefully you got a job right now thanks to Babaluku. You know what I'm saying? Because negativity could bring you some positivity. You understand me? But I understand we know where we stand to do what we do. And if it's put you on, you know what I mean? Remember that it'll always get you off or put you ahead. Mm-hmm. So tread wisely, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with these things. I'm on a hip-hop show, okay? And I'm getting, you know, all this rap, you know. But matter of fact, I'm wondering, you know, it's 10 years later, right? Rappers never talk about anybody else. They always talk about Babaluku, the infamous. You know, I spent years calling myself the most hated rapper in Uganda. And I found redemption in that because I always give them something to talk about. You know, if they're out in the bars and smoking weed and, you know, dealing with little freaking groupies where you don't find me, do I go for talking about them? You know, that's their personal crop. It don't interest me, don't entertain me. So I keep where my personal is. You know what I'm saying? I pull back where I pull back. Discipline is key. I understand. And you know, all them little freaking people like trying to pity themselves. Young people stop feeling like you're poor. You're the richest people on this planet Earth. You know what I mean? Tap into your resource. Instead of using it for negativity, use it for positivity. And do not let that colonial antidote, you know, continue, you know, to clown you and make you look like a coon and a fool to your own people. You know, have a sense of pride, you know? Love yourself. You know, we're beautiful, we're Africans, we're built strong, and we'll be here. Ain't nobody, none of that colonial nonsense. So, me, you already know, I grew up in Canada, so I don't take nonsense. You know, I say what I gotta say.
All right, you do indeed. Let's get into this joint, though. Can we get into it? Straight up? Straight spit?
Yeah. Straight spit, man. Yo, this one goes out to Sylvester Abramz. You know what I mean? Straight spit. Original, 8 years old.
So this one, I'm not even gonna do a chorus. It's gonna be straight spit. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop. Don't worry, but there is no format. It's gonna be like. Hey yo, Lugaflow chibina chaba twakatande sewo Babaluku lechala saba professor eno curriculum mweringa ya curriculasi twaza kunono mubazisezi abagasi tome tulebe pimolula tusaza makansi mu history chiwadi tukuwa sitolezensi chemistry reaction particles mu fraction production lugande kakuwa the satisfaction primary biology science no process mwe tugalira ya photosynthesis Nsise material malabo biochemical formula yachi anthracis agriculture tugatamwe ne culture tusome ebitundu ngaba anthropologist education yokusoma politics tunyumya n'abatuuza betamidwa situation condition embeero girabotya baagala okutema amabira deforestation tebalaba global warming tunajjawa ag'okunywa enkuba bwetaatonye philosophy psychology emitwe gyevumbye resolution abyetamiddwa yekyanze agamba walala tiyagasi mu site kikakaye kwesiki yenzo mwana tadde jiko mumva yagalagana mu sepiki ndi ku supu mpuuta obuwoomi bubwo nkusiza tekera apa badde yeeraga mutiisiza nsanga ku buloka nga ndatta bakokokoko fala midomo nga mbatta kimwagala okutugera batwakatandiseewo batakatulidde laapo kuva mu nappi abateesi baageza okutusiba natti switch luga tutadde ku chaati mu Hollywood, California, New York mu Kampala geta abatuuze batukiikiridde ati Sylvester tankuwabula bato ne abula muzinze Babaluku mu ndowooza kyandyawo siremerako ndaga eddogo nga nkwabya ku shida zenda by'omu Babironi tankabya buuza ku buloka n'obusajja tebunkanga onyumiza shida wali osuzeeko mu jeera ntunuulira bulaabo buyomba nga buli ku bbeere nemusabira ati tafaali mu ggulwa bubeere nze ne sabasaba tulwanye okuleeta hip-hop kyovola baane mu nkosala zaffe azaanukutte ani yatandika zi samiti hip-hop nayiti nawe nakuwa sipotira iti bahip-hop abogera ebigambo kambabye Babaluku nze zizinga mujje mukwaya ono ye hip-hop muvubuka tosula stepu batwakatandisebwe yeffe mu geemu tetunoonya feemu tulwanya otuuka we tutuuse tukola beddoboozi lyaffe mwana lyabatuuze aboogezi mwetaaga mbiibu nga bwe byabooga mumunye ebibooge gamba naaze n'ekyoga kati bwe mbala okubaabya nja basuubiza okudda muneebazo bakunjula amagenda n'amadda
Chifalu mbasala mu ratu ng'abakutabye midomo justice mbanjala mu lujjude 8 years later.
I'm like, you still out here.
I'm just saying that song is 8 years and this dude's haven't grown. Like, come on, man. Cheese on that. 8 years later, bro.
Babaluku in the house.
Get real. We're here, man. You know,
TFM Hip Hop
what's hip hop
show.
again? Love,
TFM
peace, and
Hip-Hop.
having fun.
Yeah.
So let's have fun.
Let's have fun. Let's have fun.